So good afternoon. Today we are going to see about digestion, absorption and metabolism of carbohydrate and what are the disorders that is related to that. So coming to the introduction, we know carbohydrates are the sugar molecules and along with proteins, fats, carbohydrates. This is one of the major nutrients found in foods and several drinks. Main thing, our body breaks down carbohydrates into glucose. So glucose is the source of energy. It's the main source of energy for providing our body cells, tissues and organs. It provides energy for body cells, tissues and organs, and can be also used to immediately or it just stored in the liver and muscles for the later use. In case of fasting, it can be stored in the liver or muscles and it is used for later, and it is the universal fuel for human cells. So some of the carbohydrates that is found in common foods such as grains, bread, noodles, pasta, cereals and rice, and foods such as fruits such as apples, bananas, berries, mangoes also contains several carbohydrates, and dairy products such as milk and yogurt, and legumes like dried beans, lentils, peas also having the carbohydrates, and some of the snacks like cakes, cookies, candies and other food sodas, regular sodas, fruit drinks, cold drinks, and the starch vegetables like potatoes, corn and peas having the much carbohydrates in it. And coming to the structure of carbohydrates, it consists of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and it is having the empirical structure. Coming to the structure, it consists of mainly three molecules, that is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. And the empirical structure for carbohydrates is CH2ON, and it is the organic compound and organized in the form of aldehydes or ketones, aldohexose and ketohexose. And the structure is based upon three types: open chain structure, hemiacetal structure and Hayward structure. Coming to the classification, it is classified into monosaccharides, disaccharides, oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. And monosaccharides, it is having the examples of glucose, fructose and galactose. And disaccharides, it is having the examples sucrose, lactose and maltose. And oligosaccharides is having the example raffinose and stacchose, and starch, glycogen, cellulose are the examples of polysaccharides. Where monosaccharides consist of one sugar molecule in its structure, and disaccharide is having the two sugar molecules, and oligosaccharides 2 to 10 sugar molecules comprises the oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides more than 10 sugar molecules comprises the polysaccharides. Coming to the monosaccharides, it is the building block of all carbohydrates, and it is having the aldehyde group aldose and the keto group ketones, and this is the overall structure. And for disaccharides, disaccharides yield two molecules of either same or different monosaccharides, and these monosaccharides are joined together by the oxide linkage that is occurred in the form of hydrogen, water molecule is lost. And sucrose is one of the most common example for disaccharides, and sucrose it further hydrolyzes into glucose and fructose. And polysaccharides, it is having the long monosaccharide units together linked by the glycosidic linkage, and starch is the main example, where starch is the main food storage for plants, and cellulose it is also found in plants and animals. The glycogen is the storage form of polysaccharides in animals, and it is the polymer of glucose. It consists of two components such as amylose and amylopectin, and polysaccharides further it's called as glycans. And coming to the types of polysaccharides, there may be of two types: homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Homopolysaccharides are also called as homoglycans, and heteropolysaccharides are also called as heteroglycans. And homopolysaccharides, it consists of the 10 same repeating units. Homo in the sense it is same, and the examples are starch, glycogen, cellulose and pectin. whereas hetero is different, so it consists of 10 different subunits. Examples are hyaluronic acid and chondroitin. And coming to the oligosaccharides, these oligosaccharides are the compound sugars that yield only a minimum of 2 to 10 molecules of same or different monosaccharides on hydrolysis. So further, oligosaccharides are classified into disaccharides, trisaccharides and tetrasaccharides. And coming to the functions, it is serves as the mainly energy source in plants and animals, and it provides metabolic activities, and it accessible energy to fuel cellular reactions, and it is mainly involved in the process called glycolysis, where sugar gets broken down into glycolysis, and it is stored as glycogen in animals and starch in plants, and it is also the formation of the structural framework of RNA and DNA molecule, and it is forming the structural and protective components in cell wall of both plants and microorganisms, like peptidoglycan layer, cellulose layer and the chitin layer.